So I want to follow up today with what we spoke about yesterday. And yesterday we were speaking about appreciation. And what I want to talk about is Krishna's affection for his devotee, the spiritual master's affection for his devotee. Sometimes devotees feel, and I understand why, that Krishna doesn't love me, or my spiritual master doesn't care for me because he hasn't said anything to that point. He hasn't told me he loves me, or he hasn't apparently shown it. And how do I know Krishna loves me? Because I left him, I'm sinful, not even that interested in him. But let's look at the actual situation. Krishna himself regularly incarnates, and if this material world is compared to a prison, which it is, then Krishna incarnating in this prison to help us is kind of like the President of the United States going into the prison to help people, or even moving into the prison to help people. So why would Krishna come, incarnation after incarnation, if he didn't really care for us and didn't love us? And why would he give us a way to live in the prison through yajna, through following Shastra, where we could actually be peaceful here? We wouldn't have to suffer much if he didn't care. And why would he create the earth in a way that grows all this wonderful food and so many other things that he gives us? Let's speak of the basics like water and fire and air. Why would he do that if he just wanted to just get rid of us and punish us for leaving him? And as we look at these things, we see that Mahaprabhu came. That's inconceivable mercy that he's giving us. We don't deserve what he's given, and he's chosen to give it to us, and he's chosen to completely overlook every sin we've ever committed if we will just follow his instructions. And then he brings his disciples, who are actually gopis or cowherd boys, to come in the garb of renunciates and teach Krishna consciousness and reveal things that have never been revealed before. And then Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he brings his great generals. Why? Because he loves us. So to say that Krishna doesn't love us, it doesn't make any logical sense when in every way he's showing his love. His holy name is a personification of his love, because through his holy name he will reconnect with us and we will reconnect with him. And he wants that connection. And therefore it can't be anything but his love. And when you chant, you can feel that love. You can feel that Krishna is calling. Although you're calling Krishna, you can feel that he's calling you back through the holy name. So what more convincing do you need that Krishna loves you, that he's willing to give you a mantra that will call you back? No matter what you've done in the past, no matter how you're thinking at the present, still he's calling you through the holy name. So if you're ever feeling that Krishna doesn't love you, you can see there's no evidence. And your spiritual master, he's dedicated to taking you back to Godhead. He's giving his life, accepting your karma, instructing you, doing whatever he can, praying for you, thinking about you. And even though he hasn't maybe acknowledged this affection, or this affection doesn't come out in a form which is relatable to you, maybe you need a smile and he doesn't smile, but he shows his affection in other ways. Try to understand how he's affectionate. Try to see that affection coming in maybe ways you haven't seen it, and try to understand that the spiritual master is always giving, always giving. And even when he chastises, it's only out of love and affection. There's nothing else that's coming from him other than love and affection. And there's nothing you can do that he wouldn't love you other than just give up and run away and disobey and not follow. But as long as you're trying, then you are in the radar of his love. So don't ever think you're not loved by Guru and Krishna. You are. Maybe you had toxic relationships with other people who couldn't love you, but don't allow yourself to be traumatized, or don't relate that to the spiritual, because Krishna's love is not contaminated by the modes of nature like love in this world is. Krishna's love is truly unconditional. The word unconditional is applied perfectly to Krishna. He loves us now. It's amazing. We don't deserve it, but he gives it. Appreciate it. Dwell in it. Bathe in it. Be inspired by it.